Yeah, I think I said this already. I think we spend way too much time in stations.
We spend way too much time in stations.
It's a John Barotrauma music.
I know this song. Fucking remix Alien Syndicate.
John Barotrauma. This one still slaps.
It's less bumpin'. They took out the
No.
bass.
No, wait.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. That intro is probably way too good for what this video actually is. Oh, hello. How did you get down here? Ugh, doesn't matter. Nice to see a friendly face, if we can call that a face. Anyway, I bet you're wondering how we got down here. And that'd be a good question. I'm not quite sure myself. But no better way to find out than starting at the start of our little adventure. First, I have to catch up those who aren't in the know. This streaming device isn't coming back, by the way. Barotrauma is a social horror game, but fundamentally, you and your crew must operate a submarine on Jupiter's moon Europa with the goal of reaching its core and killing God. Previously on Baro, I beat the campaign without any crew, player or bot. You can set your bot? What bot? Which one? Yeah, the title of the stream is crewless. That's what we're doing. We're doing this crewless. No bots 2 is wild? Yeah, no bots 2. Yeah, no, yeah. Since then, 2 big things happened to me, and a lot has happened to the game itself. For me, I've learned a lot more about the game's systems, and secondly, but more pressingly, a lot of my friends got the game, so I am crewless no longer. This lets me do cooler challenges, but also brings its own challenge. Fucking scheduling. My 5-person challenge, Pariah, turned into a 4-person challenge because a person couldn't make it to this scheduled session day, and also died outright because another person got bored.
We have like 50 wires.
Shush. We were gonna have more.
Unironically stripping the copper from the walls. And we didn't pick it back up again. The 3-person challenge, Europa's Finest, died before it even started with 2 test runs because ADHD gamer over here. So, wanting to do something with Baro again, me and my wife came up with a hopefully lighter challenge to do while our other 2 ships had sunk unceremoniously. Thus was born Perkless.
This is gonna be fucking awful, won't it?
Will it?
Not the Baro. Baro.
But Baro.
We get Baro.
We get Baro. This is what you wanted.
Exactly.
Perks in Baro are special bonuses given to each class to make them better in their specialty. Since we won't be getting these, the class we pick is mostly interchangeable with the exception to what our starting skills would be the highest. What early game shit do we want not to deal with? Which would be junction boxes and medical supplies or, you know.
I think either would be a good option though.
Captain gets a gun.
That's actually a good point, but we can't make ammunition anyway.
True. I picked medic because that shit is my main, and having high medical will let us save up on bandages and morphine in the early game. I went with engineer for the higher electrical skill. Junction boxes being a perpetual problem, so minimizing the failed electrical checks We'll let her grind the skill without draining medical. If it isn't obvious, I very much value our early game resources. This is because we're playing on abyssal difficulty, which means we don't start with a lot. We also have radiation turned on and world hostility to hellish, so attacks are frequent and we can't linger long. I once again enter the European Ocean, back in the dug, and I learned something real quick. Turns out having other people help makes things easier. Who'd have thunk? The cold caverns, though, isn't just for reveling in my wife's company. It's also for making friends and making enemies. Here is where we build our reputation with the other factions. The Coalition, the Separatists, Husk, and Honkmother. Of course, we're siding with the Husk in the cult dispute, because they're just more useful and awesome and hot. But the militaries have some arguments to them. The Separatists are a preferred choice for the aesthetic, but they're harder to side with, starting at -15 rep, and being generally out of the way. And the Coalition has something way more important that will be delved into later. So we ultimately make friendly with the feds. In addition to gaining rep, we also allowed getting bots. Not buying crew, but if we find one that doesn't have perks, they go on the boat. On the bot list, we found ourselves Artie Doolittle, who was useful until he wasn't. Artie's dead.
How?
I have no- oh, pressure probably. Captain Hognose, who took his place, also useful until he wasn't.
Last, he wasn't in the boat. Last time I saw him, I think he got flung out.
Oh.
No, he's in the engine, probably.
Oh, yep, in the engine, and he died.
Shame.
Drug dealer Random Name, who lasted one round before dying.
Oh, the doc died.
The doc died? Oh, right.
Fine by me.
Fine by me. And another completely irrelevant character.
Hello, Ignatius.
Having something deal with the tedious maintenance is really nice, even if they're not as useful as a player. Shame none of them survived, but bots do have a tendency to be really fucking annoying.
He's going out with his welding.
He's going to kill our friend! They're wasteful on resources.
Oh no, underground. He
Wow.
just wasted so much medicine.
Oh, wait,
He-
how?
He jabbed me with fentanyl and morphine.
Fucking both? Touch all the things they're not qualified for. Oh wait, why is Hognose on thingy? Who's piloting?
He's
Why
just-
are we...
He's just fix hulls. Wait,
What? Stop touching the thing! And get in the way of our schemes. He's wasting all of our ammo! What the fuck? Why is everyone fucking exerting control? Stop it. All we need you to do is fix the hull and cover guns. You do not drive the boat, you do not raid stations, and for the love of God, you do not touch my fucking medical, or I will hit you with 2 Prozent and throw you out the airlock. With the bots off my ship, another big hurdle we have to overcome is the Barrow economy. Mechanic has 2 perks, Retrofit and Iron Storm, which both allow you to upgrade Tier 1 ships to a higher level. We can't get these perks, so we can't just stay in the dug the entire time, as preferable as that would be. This provides 2 problems. First, a logistical one. Bigger ships are harder to maintain and take longer to fix, which means getting the smallest boat in its class would be optimal for repairs, ignoring other factors like gun coverage, fabricators, and storage. There's also the economic problem to solve. We need to buy the boats. The wiki will tell you the Orca 2, the boat we bought in the European Ridge, is 13k. That's on normal. On our difficulty, the Orca 2 is 26k, twice the price. To afford this, we need to min-max money. For missions, difficulty is the big determining factor for XP, but since we can't use the levels for anything, we don't need to worry about difficulty and just grab the highest paying one. Then there's minimizing how much we spend on stations. There's of course the rocks and the stone for resources that we should absolutely pick up whenever we pass by, hence purchasing the material scanner. But on stations, stealing is really easy and has little to no consequence. And Ame came up with a beautiful method for making every station free reign. Apparently, the hatch to the station is inside the Dug's airlock, and many other ships too. Just close one door, open the other, be sure to be wearing a diving suit, or be husked, then free SMG. Cool. Stations also only have 2 guards, 3 if it's a city, maybe 4. So you can get a lot out of this method. Oh, and if you're worried about reputation, don't be. The only rep loss is from picking up the stolen item to get the guards' attention. Actually, killing the guards has no reputation loss, because technically they die from pressure and not from you physically harming them. Is it dumb? Yes. But damn is it useful. While we're getting a lot in medical and ammo from stealing and crafting, the ridge is way more dangerous than the cavern, so our supplies is going nearly as fast as we get them. The crawlers and the mud raptors show up in small enough packs that they can just be ignored. It won't be until later in the Aphotic Plateau onward, when their groups are bigger and their armor tougher, will they be an actual problem. The biggest money sink is the hammerheads slamming into us every 100 meters, busting our hulls and throwing our crew around the ship. This costs us heavily in welding fuel and morphine, but the actual time sink in the area is the goddamn orts. If more than 2 get in the boat, it's basically game over, and a reset for the level.
You can just play the guitar.
Yes, I am. It's over. Might as well. The strategy for dealing with these encounters? Well, sink and shoot is still very much in play. Either we're both on guns letting the boat sink, or Ame is on guns while I'm doing damage control so we can get sailing sooner. Though, since we can coordinate, we don't always need to sink and shoot. But when we do sink, and when we've been there for too long, and we think the whole bit isn't worth our resources, I make sure to aim for the Abyss. The Abyss is a large cavern underneath the level, and is home to monstrously large creatures.
It's not going for you if that makes you feel any better.
I'm still going to die. What do you mean it's not going for me? It's very much going for me.
Well, it wasn't at the time.
Crunch. The Abyss Brothers are normally a large ammo sink, and they protect some of the best resources in the game, which only show up in quantity late game. But for early game, what they protect is the goddamn Autobahn of Europa. Introducing the Abyss Highway! Just skim the top of the Abyss and keep the sonar on passive, and bam, you're at the end of the level. This highway does skip all the resources in the level, so this is a desperation play for the lowest moment. The plateau was where the run really slowed down, and was rather uneventful. In a tedious way. Already died here, later replaced by Hognose. But this is the biome in Perkless. I realized radiation was a cheat code. This has changed. So for parallel reasons, radiation. Radiation is an optional setting turned on before the campaign starts, designed to stop players from jerking off in the cold caverns. Before the update, all this really did was kill all the creatures in level unless they were mission related or abyssal, and all you needed to do to prevent it was eat 2 stabilozine or wear a hazmat suit. This made things really easy, but now radiation is a nightmare. Firstly, creatures are buffed now, but also radiation is stronger, so hazmat suit protects but not prevents, and there are tiers, tier 1 being the lightest and tier 4 being unsurvivable. So what's the best way to prevent the atom now? So, the engineer has a perk tree meant for reactor mains, and the big thing in the tree is the PUCS, Bearer's equivalent of the HEV suit. The HEV plus hazmat can nullify tier 1 rads and make tier 2 manageable. Very manageable. Thing is, we can't craft HEV without the perk, and they can't spawn in wrecks like the slip suit. This is where we cash in our coalition rep. In coalition cities, if you have 80 plus rep, they can sell you PUCS. This would normally take a big chunk out of our budget, but fortunately, we found ours on sale for half off, which means we got to buy 2 for the price of 1. It's fucking half off right now.
Fine, get 3.
Holy shit. Well,
I'll
I just
get the
bought the
second
2.
one. I'll get the second one.
Another hefty purchase in a station later was Husk Genes, cashing in on all our rep this biome. The Husk Genes allow us to survive the Husk Parasite, which means we don't need to use diving suits to survive pressure, and we also get a small health regen. Slight, but still there. The only thing is we can't command our bots anymore because in-game chat and bot command is disabled while husked, which is fine for us, we're in Discord. But the bots are left astray. We can't help them. Not like they're gonna survive that much longer. But now we enter the Great Sea. From here, it's just survival. Trying to squeeze enough money to buy the next boat. Missions here are way higher paying than the Cold Caverns with its low-level transports, but the high-paying missions here are harder to do. Abyss hunts we don't get when docked, but rather in the levels themselves, as well as beacon stations. So those buffer our income while traveling through natural formations. Another thing these missions take up is time. Time for the radiation to catch up, time for monsters to attack, slowing us down further, time for our patience to slowly deplete. I'd be remiss to not mention the time that we got stuck in the abyss. Our boat was completely totaled.
From seeing us in the first place.
We're in crush depth, by the way, so...
We're not getting out of here then?
Nope.
Swim?
Swim.
I don't know how else we will
Sure,
make it.
fuck it, let's swim. So we decided to just swim to the natural formation at the end. We couldn't do anything because we needed our boat to be there, which kills one challenge idea I had. Boatless dead before it started. I'll find a way to do it. But god, that was a terrible idea.
We swam all
We swam so far. And what did we get?
Oh, I did hear a trick this.
Oh, did you? Is there a triptych?
Yeah, I did. There is a trick this.
Oh. We managed to get our third boat, the Typhon II, 11 real-world hours after getting into the Great Sea, making the last stretch from a station encounter, and it took another 11 hours to get out of the Great Sea. The pressure is mounting. Our victory is nearly guaranteed. All we need is a day's break, some time to rest.
I don't know, I just kind of feel burnt out after that getting stuck bit.
Yeah, you wanna call it here and move to the next
Continue.
biome?
We can
Later?
tomorrow/2 days.
Yeah,
I'll
whatever.
update you. Yeah,
Yeah.
so either tomorrow or in 2 days.
Either tomorrow or in 2 days. Got it. Got it. 6 months later.
Yep. Yep. Did I actually say that?
Yes!
Oh my fucking god, you have to make that a bit. That must be a bit. 'Cause
6 months later. So, our break took a little longer than expected, and we're going into the hardest biome out of practice.
are you gonna live?
Maybe. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm not getting to you.
Missions take hours, whole sessions. All of our bots die, the radiation catches up, we're dirt poor with the most bare minimum of upgrades, and in the 6 months, blueprints were added to the game. So, Physicorium ammo, the best in the game, needs one now, and we are way too deep to get one. What do you mean?
You can't make Physicorium coil gun anymore. You need a recipe. Oh no.
Oh, fuck. Even if we found a blueprint in an alien ruin, we would not have a station to research it. So we're stuck with a lot of piercing and a little explosive. What makes the waste so hard was that we were still trying to squeeze as much out of each jump in the hopes that a station would spawn ahead of us. We had enough steel bars to be stocked on ammo forever, and fuel was barely a problem after taking a quick dip into the abyss for Fulgarium. It hit us like a sack of bricks. It's time to ignore the missions. We've been saying from the start of the run that the hypothermal waste would just be a rush to the end, but greed took over. Now it was time. Remember the Abyss Highway? After the idea of using the Abyss Highway here, the hardest part of each level was finding the hole to enter.
All they have to do. What? Another one?
Another 3.
I say we just restart. I don't want to deal with this.
There's no good exit. There's no good spot to just slip into the abyss. We're gonna have to go through fucking 6 giant spine links. With enough patience, that was our out. That was how we win. That's how we enter the Eye of Europa.
Oh wait, you can't even bring this thing back because it's... Oh my god, it's so heavy. Can I move? What's going on?
What's happening? Oh, do you need a fuel rod?
Oh yeah, you do. But yeah, honestly, who needs this? We don't need it.
The Eye is mostly smooth sailing, going from beacon to beacon, opening the doors to the next area. The 2-person crew made Portal Guardians a breeze, with me parking the boat on their head and Ame saving the explosive ammo specifically for them and their little Healy shits. The mech worm did give us some trouble, but mostly trouble in the sense that it kept knocking us out of the arena so we couldn't kill it quicker, but it did give us enough time to repair and go back in. And for Jod himself, the strategy is the same as before. After breaking the 3 pylons and waking the sleepy fella up, we go from cavity to cavity, firing what we can at him in between the gaps, and repair when we're in the safe spots. If we take too much damage and fail to make it to a safe spot, fix the boat just enough to sink into the hole in the middle and finish our repairs. Problem is, Ame has never done this strat and has no idea where to shoot. Every time she's killed Jod, it was from charging towards him with the nuclear railgun shells.
Because my strategy for Jod is to just spam nuclear warheads until he dies.
Yeah, I never had that luxury. We do not have nuclear shells. We have normal ones. This is also a much bigger boat than the Dug, so covering this much surface area, even with 2 people, poses a pretty big challenge when we miss. Even still, it only took us 2 tries. After pulling ourselves out of our second miss, and bringing Jod down to 1/5 his health bar, we again missed the safe spot, but we get stuck on a wall, completely unable to move. This is a problem. Trapped in Jod's range, the boat's damage unmanageable. You wanna try sniping him?
I don't think I know how to blind shoot at him.
But I know where we are in the room. I can try. And I know where Jod is. I know how to hit him.
We're still perched up, aren't we?
We are.
Did you use an expensive... Did you... Oh, you hit him. If you could do that again. Yep. That was actually surprisingly easy. Fuck, you should've... I can't believe that worked.
Fucking sniper, baby! God damn.
My thought was, I'm not gonna risk it now. My idea was to learn in my own time how to aim from everywhere around the arena.
Uh-huh.
Now you get bragging rights for sniping it.
Yeah, I got fucking sniped. So, over the course of 70 hours, me and my wife beat Barotrauma Perkless.
Anyway, the end.
The end! We win! Yay!
The end.